Wrap up, protect your chains, and make sure your Broncos coverage isn't...
Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the In-COM-PLETE podcast, where your coast-to-coast host provides you with news, coverage, and all things Denver Broncos, plus anything else that's on our minds. I am Ty, and I'm joined by my wonderful co-host and best friend, Kelly. So, we're making history tonight because for the first time on this podcast, we're celebrating a playoff
victory!
Yes. Good times. You heard us last week. We weren't sure how this game was going to go, and I think it went almost about how we probably expected it to go. But we came out on top, and that's all that matters. So I do have another victory non-alcoholic whiskey, and you have this looks very colorful.
I have a vodka and cranberry.
Nice. All right. So, cheers to the Incomplete podcast experiencing their first playoff victory and beating an opponent that not a lot of people had thought that we would. We'll get to the bad part about it here in a bit, but we're celebrating the positives now. So, cheers.
Cheers.
All right. So, I guess we'll just dive right into it. We'll get to the unfortunate news here in a second, but we have to cover the game. And so, of course, as all tradition goes, whenever we win a game, which yay, that's been a lot lately, we cover the bad and ugly first. And last week, I didn't have any ugly, a couple bad. This week, there's quite a bit there. But my wonderful co-host and best friend should go first on this one, since I kind of helped out last week.
This is going to sound harsh because the defense also did very well in some aspects.
Mm-hmm.
But the defense could not get a stop.
Yeah.
No punts. Not a single. Now, there were 5 takeaways, and, the punting team doesn't come out on a turnover, but not a single punt. Never got off the field. 10 of 15 on third downs.
Yep.
Bills converted, and 1-on-1 on fourth down. Bills converted.
Mm-hmm.
And they were 3 for 5 in the red zone, and our red zone defense is usually better than that.
Absolutely.
So I said we cannot give up more than 24 points. They gave up 30. Luckily, we scored 33.
Yes.
The game was called correctly. We would have only scored 32. But
oof.
But yeah, that did not look like a top tier defense.
No.
I felt like both cooks could do whatever they wanted. I felt like Josh Allen could do whatever he wanted. And if it wasn't for the 5 takeaways, I don't think we win that game.
Oh, absolutely not. The fact of the matter is that the Bills turned the ball over 5 times and yet still had a chance to win. Whew, that's not good.
No. And we only turned the ball over once. So
yeah,
it's not like it was a turnover festival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. +4 in the turnover ratio, and we only won by 3 points on a game-winning field goal. That
overtime.
In overtime. That I'll tie that in along with the defense allowing the 30 points, and I have to say the offense Well, okay, so let me begin by saying this. Some, like you said, some aspect of the defense was good. For me, some aspects of the offense was good. However, if you're only scoring 16 points off of 5 turnovers, that's not going to win you very many games.
No, we did not. Our offense did not do well in the red zone, and it wasn't all on Bo. Little Jordan Humphries with that drop. McMillan fumbled. I mean, he didn't. It ended up not costing us anything because the Bills were offsides, but yeah, we couldn't quite put the dagger in either.
Yeah, and there were. I could even pinpoint, if you look at that strip sack by Nick Bonito to start that third quarter, Denver very easily could have possibly put the dagger in after that turnover. You score, you're up 27-10. That is almost like, and I think even at that point, even if we had scored another field goal in that second half, we easily win that game.
Yeah, I mean, because we had all the momentum, right? I mean, there was a big momentum shift in our favor at the end of the half.
Right.
Because we had gone up 3, then we went down, then they got 17 on us. And then we scored and had 10, but we had to give them the ball back, and then they get the ball in the second half. And Josh Allen tries to play hero ball and fumbles it. So we instantly kick field goal. So now suddenly we've doubled their points. We're up 20-10.
Right.
And so, yes, if taking that, Von Miller-esque strip sack in for points, I think the Bills would have kind of been more dead in the water. But we just kept kind of reviving them just enough that they were still in the game.
Absolutely. And it all goes down to just, and I remember.
But the narrative, but this goes back to all year. I've had the problem with the narrative that the defense, quote, saves us. There have been plenty of times Bo Nix has gone down, scored, put us in the lead, and the defense hasn't made the stop that ends the game.
Absolutely.
And this is another one of those times.
I'm actually going to go back and look, because I'm pretty sure after we strip sacked Allen and got the field goal, I'm pretty sure Buffalo went down the field and scored.
Oh yeah, right away. Right away. Like I said, they kept clawing their way back in, and we just couldn't, slam the door on them.
All right, so play. Okay, so here we go. So okay, we scored a field goal to kick the game off. They went down, scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown to make it 10-7. Then they kicked the field goal. We got a touchdown, and then they fumbled, and we got the field goal. Yeah, I'm looking every time Denver, except for one drive, every time or 2 drives, but every time Denver scored points, Buffalo went up back and at least got half, if not equaled, those points.
That's not the no-fly zone 2.0.
No.
Orange Crush 3.0. Whatever we're calling this defense. Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah. And I can I'm not going to give them excuses, because Josh Allen is a really good quarterback, even probably one of the elites of this time right now. But yeah, I agree. Like, if you're a defense and your whole job is when the offense scores points, you're supposed to get that shutdown drive. Denver never had that shutdown drive in that game. So it's really frustrating, and it worries me a little bit. Granted, during these playoffs, the Patriots offense has not looked spectacular. But
No.
they're going to have to be on their game, the defenses, and we'll talk about it later, keep it as low scoring as they can, because the Patriots are not known for scoring a whole lot of points. They're kind of like, I don't even want to say time consuming. I want to say they're good at clock management in a sense, and they have the ability to score points if needed. So in order for us to win on Sunday, we have to rattle Drake May. We have to stop. I think his name is Travion Henderson, the running back, and Stevenson. Have to stop Diggs. Have to stop Booty. Have to stop.
Okay, are we going to the preview? We're going to stay on the recap.
I'm sorry, I got a little sidetracked. I'm just saying, like, if
I mean, we can do both and then we're done, but I don't want to sit here and say it and then say it again.
Fair enough. All right, so I digress. If that same defense shows up against New England than we saw against Buffalo, it's not going to look good. It's not going to look good. But I digress. I say a lot. One other thing about their defense. You allowed James Cook to run 100 yards on you. Why?
117 yards.
Jeez.
117 yards.
117 yards.
117 yards.
That's not Orange Crush 3.0.
That's why this defense doesn't have a nickname yet.
Yeah.
Take us to the Super Bowl, you get a nickname. But
no, yeah. Not yet. No nickname yet. Any other uglies?
I have that we did not succeed with the game plan to control the time and keep Allen off the field. Buffalo had 78 plays to our 68, and 40 minutes and 58 seconds of time of possession to our 29 minutes, 18-second time of possession.
Yep.
So if that was Sean Pan's game plan, it did not execute.
Nope. It looked promising on that first drive when we kicked the field goal, but from then, like, the offense just could not stay on the field for the life of them.
Yeah, and the defense, part of the defense problem, they gave up so many 10-yard plus games.
Mm-hmm.
Gains. Like, it just seemed like, first 11 yards, first down again. 12 yards, first down again. Like, I didn't see a whole bunch of second and third downs.
No, there was really rarely any. And even
many plus 10.
Mm-hmm. And even if they didn't get the first down, most of their second downs were like 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3. And then even if they don't get that much, you only have to deal with a 3rd and inches or a 3rd and 1. And then that's an easy get Allen to sneak it right in the middle. Like, man, we were allowing too many yards on first down.
Yep.
I guess I can put this. Well, we did talk a little bit about this. Our red zone offense, 1 for 4 in the red zone. So 1 touchdown and 3 field goals. So I'd rather have 3 out of 5 touchdowns to field goals in the red zone than 1 touchdown on 4 trips. Oh, sorry. So the Bills, it was 3 touchdowns on 5 trips to the red zone. And for the Broncos, it was 1. Yep. And for Denver, it was 1 touchdown on 4 trips, which is
that's 25%. So yeah, I'd rather get 60% than 25.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You always want the bigger number.
Unless it's interception.
Yeah, unless it's interception or the amount of sacks you did. What's that?
I said unless it's a fraction.
Oh, yes, unless it's a fraction. That is very true. All right. What else you got for us?
Our third down conversions were 8 of 16.
50%. Oh, wait. For the Bills, were 8 of 16, or we were 8 for 16?
No, we were 8 for. They were 10 for 15.
Oh, right. I mean,
so yeah, when you say we couldn't stay on the field, we only converted half of our third downs.
mm. Okay. So now that you've scripted it that way, yeah, that does sound bad. I was like, yeah, usually in a game, 8 for 60 isn't bad, but then when the other team is getting 10 of 15, oh yeah, that's not good.
That's all I categorized as ugly.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I mean, we've been known for our defense all season long, and I really think since the bye, I don't know if yeah, and I don't know if it's a coaching thing, if it's a scheme thing, but my gosh, gotta get it. We gotta get something. Not something's got to give, but we've got to, like, if we can get at least half of their drives go 3 now, or they end up punting, I'll be happy. Unless they score more points than we do. Yeah, I did catch myself that time. Like, wait, no. Unless they, yeah. So, I hope that the defense wakes up for this upcoming game. But yeah, that's all I have for ugly. And then the only other bad I had was our run offense. We only had 70 yards on 22 carries, and Bo Nix had most of those yards. When a quarterback has more yards than your running backs, that in itself presents a little bit of a problem.
Well, we knew we weren't going to have a run game.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a reason why teams have run games. You use the run to set up the pass. The defense can predict you. A defense can defend you. When the defense not scared of your run game, they know what you're doing. So, we very fortunate it didn't look worse than it did.
Right.
I have our run defense.
Yeah.
It gave up 183 yards.
Sheesh.
Over 70 to Allen alone.
70 yards to Allen alone?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. Their own quarterback ran close to 3/4 of a football field on us. Yikes.
It's Josh Allen, though.
That's true. That is very true.
We, if a quarterback's mobile, we've always Vance Joseph's defense struggle against that.
Yeah, that's very true.
Just like wide open tight ends in the flat.
Yeah, we got to deal with that with Hunter Henry this week. I mean, that's another bet I had. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox, I think, had a combined 100. Let me double check real quick. I wish I wrote this down. Box score. Here we go. So Kincaid and Knox combined for 105 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. So, yeah, tight ends still a problem even after we went to a game over a decade, almost a decade ago. Tight ends are still a problem. So, when are we gonna have tight ends that are good? Oh well.
I don't know.
That's really all I had on bad.
I got drops on drops.
The biggest one.
Little Jordan Humphrey dropped that perfect touchdown pass. We had to settle for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Sutton had some key drops. There were 3 times Peyton called Nix's roll right to fire to Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
None of them connected.
Yikes.
Sutton didn't get his first completion until 56 minutes into the game.
Yep.
Now, then it was awesome,
Mm-hmm.
but he's supposed to be our wide receiver 1.
Mm-hmm. Especially
The
during a
first,
game.
well, and especially during a game where we lose wide receiver 2 and 3.
Yep.
We got
Mm-hmm.
little Jordan Humphreys and Marvin Mims, and we finally call the big man special
Yes.
to Crum. I mean, we were desperate. The first 13 pass attempts, 0 were for Sutton, Franklin, or Ingram.
Jeez. Oof. And I think
And
our pass.
what is Ingram's job?
when you find that out, you let me know because I'm still trying to figure that out.
Someone ask him.
I think he caught like what, 1 pass the entire game?
Yes, I mean he's just not there.
Uh-uh. So why did we sign him again?
Joker, the Joker's coming.
Yeah, still waiting for that Joker type of game from him. So, yeah, it was really tough, especially when, and I think the pass game kind of got hurt a little bit when Pat Bryant went out with the concussion, because he was doing pretty well up until he got knocked out of the game.
Then Franklin pulls his hamstring.
Which we have a Trevor appearance.
Look at the kitty. Nope.
Nope.
Ha.
I'm going down.
I figured it out.
Which I am trying to figure out on what play Troy Franklin got hurt, because I feel like no one threw the ball at him. No, Nix didn't throw the ball to him at all. Like, his name wasn't even mentioned until I hear Tracy Wolfson saying, "Oh, Troy Franklin is questionable with hamstring injury." When did he get hurt?
I don't know, but you can pull a hammy anytime.
That's true.
You don't have to have a football thrown at you to pull a hamstring.
I know, but it was just so weird. Like, I was like, wait, I was thinking, like, right before that report, I have not heard Troy Franklin's name at all today. And then that came up, I'm like, that's why. Oh gosh, I hope he can play. Well, we'll get to that in a little bit. I'm trying to think if there was like another bad I had thought about, but no, I think you covered them all. I think you got them. Wait, no, you look, you have more.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
We can talk about the good. We can talk about the victory.
All right. I guess we should start with that victory. Our first playoff victory since Super Bowl 50. So, woo.
10 years.
10 years. It finally happened. I talked about it earlier, so I might as well just go right back to it. Nick Bonito had his strip sack to start the second half. Josh Allen was not feeling Bonito on that play.
Oh, yeah, he was. he didn't like it, but he felt him.
Yep. And seeing that, I kind of brought me back to the Von Miller's. It wasn't.
Oh,
it was like Von Miller.
Twitter was quick with it. Instantly, I saw Von Miller on top and Benito on bottom. Shades of Super Bowl 50. I mean, Twitter was quick with it. Like, I mean, I don't know how much memory y'all have in your phones, because because they had a clip and this clip, and I don't know how you get clips so fast from the TV. So clip done. Shades of Super Bowl 50. So yep. I think even Von Miller tweeted on it in real time.
Nice. So thank you, Nick Bonito. That play helped us feel a little bit more bonito. You're up because I've got a lot to cover. So
Yeah. We did so good with penalties. We only had 3 penalties for 20 yards.
yes.
Can you believe that? 20
Oh,
penalties. We're the
20.
most penalized team in the NFL. We gave up 1,147 yards in penalties. Only 20 yards in this game.
Love it. Gotta love it. And I don't even think like there were any like significant ones. Like I think most of them were like, or no, I don't think we were never called for holding. We were never called for pass interference. Although there were maybe on a return there was holding. And I think the rest of them were just like false starts. So I'll take it. I think there was one offside for us, but I'll take it. I will take it. Speaking of receivers, with Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin going out, we had to bring out Marvin Mims, and he balled out. 8 receptions, 93 yards, and a touchdown that should have given us the lead had we not given the Bills all that time on the clock.
The win. It did give us the lead.
Oh, did I say? What did I say?
You said a touchdown that should have given us the lead.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It would have given us the. Okay, I know what's going on. It gave us the lead, but the Bills we left too much time left on the clock, and the Bills went down.
Yeah, 55 seconds is too long.
Yeah,
and that's the first thing I said. 55 seconds is too much time.
Mm-hmm. I think I texted you, Mike. I think I was texting like great touchdown, but that's too much time on the clock.
That's too much time for Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm. That I would have been really upset if it was like we gave him 13 seconds and that happened, and the fact that Buffalo would have driven down the field in 13 seconds. I'm like, eh. And I think the Bills still had all 3 of their timeouts at that point too. So, yeah, 55 seconds and 3 timeouts. But it was a spectacular catch, and it was funny because Sean Payton actually was talking to the media about that play specifically. Did you know that Marvin Mims on that play in practice beat the reigning defensive player of the year on that route in practice?
Well, I know that because I heard Peyton say we are going to put that in because in practice he could beat Surtain on it.
Mm-hmm. Like he beat Surtain on that? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the same, way back when, the defense, when Trevor was picked as starter, said, well, Trevor's the only one that could score on us in practice.
Yeah.
So he wins. I mean, yeah, if you have a play like that and you can beat Surtain, you definitely put it in a game.
Yep. I wonder how Surtain felt about that, honestly. I'm sure he's like, yeah, it helps us win, so.
Well, I mean, this is a locker room that has proven time and time again they root for each other.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think Surtain's taking it as, oh, he beat Surtain. He's taking it as he can beat Surtain, so we trust him to beat anybody, because if you can beat Surtain, you can beat anybody.
Yep.
That's still praise from the coach.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Excuse me.
So, but this is not that this team over and over, even with the Stidham news, has proven that, at least to the public, they're each other's biggest fans.
Yes. You love that. You gotta love that in a team.
So.
All right, I'm gonna let you go. I still have quite a few.
We had no fumbles. Bo did have an interception.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's nothing to our defense's 5 takeaways of 3 fumbles and Allen's 2 interceptions. And 2 of those fumbles were Allen. So Josh Allen himself had 4 of the 5 interceptions.
Yeah.
So I would like to offer this piece of advice to all opposing quarterbacks. I suggest you don't come into Denver with the nickname Superman.
Very true. Oh yeah, because we had Cam Newton and now Josh Allen.
Well, because that's what someone said. Someone said, "How are they going to call him Superman when he hasn't won a Super Bowl?" And I answered and said the same way they called Cam Newton Superman, and he hadn't won one yet either. So quarterbacks may want to pick a different nickname.
Yeah. Oh, your nickname's Superman? The Broncos are your kryptonite. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Actually, do I want to talk about this one? Yeah, we're gonna talk about this one. The two interceptions.
Biting me.
Two interceptions. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face about that because the way that kind of flowed together, like, whoa, okay. First off, PJ Locke. Thank you for your pick because, gosh, if the Bills had driven down and scored there, wow, that would have been bad. And then you know what? The Locke pick was really good. I talked to this with a Bills fan today.
The McMillan pick was even better.
The McMillan pick was even better, first off. Second of all, the Bills fans that are saying that was not an interception, that was a catch. No.
They don't know football.
Mm-hmm.
They need to shut their mouth because all they are proving is that they don't know ball.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And it's not a controversial call. It's the correct call.
Mm-hmm.
And all this talk has taken away from the fact that McMillan had a season-saving, playoff game winning, gorgeous, perfect, textbook interception.
Yep.
And no one except the Bills owner and Buffalo fans disagree with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we will talk about that later.
And all of it's mute because if the game had been called correctly, the play before should have ended the game because there was holding in the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a safety.
Yep.
So thank you, McMillan, for such an awesome play. And I'm sorry you are not giving the flowers and the credit and the highlight that you deserve on it being an interception. And only ignorant people who don't know football are trying to debate it after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
You should be getting a whole lot more glory. And I really hope in the locker room you got a game ball for it.
Oh, I hope he did. Because if not for that interception, we probably would be sitting at home right now.
Well, we are sitting at home right now, but
okay.
The Broncos would be in Cancun.
Sorry. Okay, I'll rephrase that. We would be in Cancun right now. So,
and it's really making me dislike the Bills, which gets me because the last few years, I've always stood up for Josh Allen. I've always rooted for him when Denver's not in it. I thought he was a good quarterback coming out of Wyoming. I argued with people who were dead set against Elway drafting him. In hindsight, I've said, Denver probably wouldn't have given him the 3 years to develop. I'm glad he found a home. I'm glad he found a fan base. I always want him to be Burrow or Mahomes. Well, Burrow's kind of 50-50 because I kind of like Burrow too. But when Denver's not in it, yes, I want the Bills. I've always thought the Bills is a fan base like the Browns fan base, like our fan base, that are just have diehards that have stuck through really shitty stretches of time. and I have much respect for them, and I like when they get their glory. I like when all their years of disappointment, but I'm really, really starting to turn with my opinion with their behavior on this call.
Yeah. My goodness. It's crazy. Like that was and I loved how like the next day they tried to compare McMillan's interception to Devontae Adams's catch. And like it's not the same play.
Same play. No, okay. One, I want you to look at Cook's demeanor. So just the same as I claim the tuck rule is bullshit, and as much as I hate the Raiders, and they have beat Brady, and then the refs pull out the tuck rule, and it's bullshit. My number one reason for that is look at Brady's demeanor. Brady knew he fucked up. His head is like this. He's sitting down. His legs are sprawled like a toddler. And he's done. And he's disappointed. Cooks was the same way. Cooks didn't think he had the ball. He rolled over and he stayed in child's pose.
Yeah.
He stayed in the fetal position for a second. He didn't hear that it was an interception and jump up and start yelling at the ref or no or pointing to the Jumbotron. He knew he lost that ball. So that's number one. Number two, it's kind of a joke that we don't know what a catch is in the NFL.
Yes.
But the rule is written and it is stated. The receiver has to catch the ball and get control.
Yes.
With 2 feet in or a body part. An elbow, the ass, whatever. Okay. and must make a football move. And when going to the ground and can't make a football move, they must survive the ground.
Right. Absolutely.
So, in the replay of the interception, Cooks never has full control of that ball.
Nope.
And when he goes to the ground, he doesn't survive it.
You could even argue. You could even argue as he's going down, he's losing the ball anyways.
Period. Now, Adams caught the ball, had possession, took 3 steps. You know what that makes him? Now he's a runner. A runner is down by contact. A receiver is not down by contact. A receiver must catch the ball. A runner is down by contact and the ground cannot cause a fumble. Not the same play. Adams had completed the catch, got his feet down or body part in, made his football move, and was running. So when his knee went down, play's over.
Yep.
That's not what Cooks did. Cooks did not survive the ground.
Right.
And anybody who doesn't know that, you can eat a dick. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I was not expecting that.
No,
like,
it's so frustrating. The media this whole year has called Denver frauds, that Bo Nix is a illusion, a mirage, that this isn't a real team, that this is just, fluky. And we win, we get the bye. We get number 1 in the AFC. We get the bye. We win the game. And all the talk is about when the Buffalo Bills lost another one. Poor Josh Allen. Oh, poor Cooks. He really caught the ball, the poor baby. No, he didn't catch the ball. The Broncos won this game. This is their victory. This is a 2-year turnaround from 5-12 to number 1 in the AFC, going to the AFC Chip, knocking off Josh Allen and the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Sweeping the Chiefs this season. Sweeping the Raiders this season. 10-game win streak this season. But still, every headline, poor Josh Allen was crying. Look at Josh Allen cry. Don't we all feel so sad for Josh Allen? Yes! But Jesus Christ, the man had 4 turnovers.
You want to win the game, don't turn the ball over.
I root for him all the time. But you can't come into Denver, give us 4 turnovers, and then cry, and then the story not be that the Denver Broncos, Bo Nix, second-year quarterback, up there in the same class as Drake May, Caleb Williams,
Jaden Daniels.
They've all taken their teams in 2 years to the championship game. Caleb Williams loses his game, and it's, but he's a second-year quarterback. Great things are on the horizon. Bo Nix wins his game, and it's, poor Josh Allen. Yeah, Josh Allen, you got more quarterbacks to contend with coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
You got one in your division.
Yep.
The NFL then changed the overtime rules because of the 13-second playoff game you lost, overtime game you lost.
Mm-hmm.
They changed and put virtual measurement in the damn football because of the 4th and 1 that you don't think was placed right.
Right.
Now you want them to change the motherfucking rule about a catch. At some point, Josh Allen, you are going to have to just win the damn game you're supposed to win.
Mm-hmm. I always go back to this quote from Herman Edwards: "You play to win the game."
Well, he plays to win. That's not the problem. But, maybe if you were football smart, and with 17 seconds to go in the first half, where you're only down by 7, when you look up and nothing's there, you just kill and go into the half because you get the ball in the second half. Maybe you go back to football 101.
Yeah.
Or if you run the damn ball, don't hold it out like fucking dangling it.
Don't Aqib Talib it.
Your name ain't Talib. Tuck it, hold it.
Mm-hmm. It almost looked like also on that play, it looked like he was like trying to throw it back too.
Well, yeah, and then he chucked it like it was going to go somewhere. Like where do you think it's going? So I've gotten. Our game was on Saturday, so I heard it all day Sunday. I've heard it all day Monday. Hear it all day Tuesday. I'm still getting TikToks and little headlines about it. You got the Buffalo Bills owner coming out going, "That was a catch," and you know what play I'm talking about. No, it was an interception. And all the money you have in your pocket to own a football team, it's still an interception. It has been reviewed. The stupid guy in New York came in and explained it during the game. Mm-hmm. Every turnover is reviewed in the booth.
Yep.
Then they didn't need that much time to review it because he did not survive the ground. It's not a catch. And the only people still whining about it are just people who hate the Broncos and Buffalo Bill fans. And like I say, I can feel for Buffalo. I've felt for Buffalo since the 4 straight Super Bowl losses with Jim Kelly. I recognize their fan base, but enough is enough.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. Josh Allen has to turn the corner
Mm-hmm.
or stop playing AFC West teams in the playoffs. One of the two.
Yeah.
Because no one, that would be on every highlight of ESPN and Fox Sports One and the NFL Network as an awesome interception, but we're all supposed to feel so bad for Josh Allen. You've got to cakewalk into the playoffs with a sucky Pats team, a sucky Dolphins team, and the Jets, right? And a sucky Jets team. And you couldn't even win your damn division. You let the Patriots take it.
Yeah.
Your window may have already been closed if you already can't take Drake. Drake may.
Maybe, we'll get to that part in a second.
And I'm also tired of hearing, oh, there's no Burrow, there's no Lamar, there's no Mahomes. It's Allen's year. You have to play the game in front of you.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing.
Part of me wants to feel gutted for Buffalo because I do root for them when Denver's out of it. I've always been a champion of Josh Allen, but I'm tired of this. Let's feel sorry for him. Because if Bo Nix had gone in and lost that game, no one will feel sorry for Denver. Everyone would have been saying, I told you they were frauds. I told you they couldn't do it. I told you it was all a mirage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after 5 straight years in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
6 straight years in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it's been like 6, 7. I think 7 years straight in the playoffs.
Maybe it's not Bo Nix who is the fraud, Josh Allen.
Hard look in the mirror time. Hard look in the mirror.
Right, you're married to Haley. What's her face? You're fine.
Haley Steinfeld, I think is her name. Oh, and did you see what she had said on the Golden Globes? Like, who do you think's going to win between the Broncos and the Bills? And she goes, "Who do you think's going to win?" And she like talks about the man behind center for Buffalo or something like that. I'm like, Haley, you might want to reconsider saying that.
No, I mean that's what I expect a wife to say about their quarterback husband.
Mm.
I mean, I'd be pissed if my best friend was a quarterback and his wife was like, fuck, I don't know. I mean, you're supposed to say my man's going to win the game. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's
And I mean, the only time it works for the wife not to believe in the athlete is in Rocky.
Yes.
Because that's the formula. Adrian says, don't fight. You can't win. Rocky goes and trains by himself. His marriage is on the rocks. And then at the last minute, Adrian shows up and says, no, I love you. I believe in you. You can do it. And then Rocky goes and wins and screams, Adrian! All 5 movies.
Yep. All 5 movies.
That's how that works. So unless you're Adrian and Rocky, that's the only time the wife is allowed to go, I don't think you can win. Every other wife should be saying, I think you got this.
Yes.
My man will win. So that's fine. I don't even know who she is. I don't recognize her. I haven't watched any of her movies.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone can, get me in the comments about it. But everyone knows I'm not a big TV watcher. I'm not a big movie watcher. When everyone's like, oh my God, did you see who he married? No. I mean, it's some petite, beautiful woman. I don't know, I can't tell them apart. So I have no problem with her going, my man's going to win the game. I'm pretty sure Janet Elway said it every single time John Elway went to the Super Bowl and lost.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just looking right now. I don't think there's like any movie that jumps out at me that she and I actually forgot to mention last week was that there were photos circulating, like old photos of her in Broncos gear celebrating us winning Super Bowl 50.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, you have a fandom,
Mm-hmm.
but when you marry the quarterback of another NFL team, you got to be that team's fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it's the same as Taylor Swift forever was an Eagles fan.
Mm-hmm.
Dripping in Eagles.
Yep.
But she's engaged to Kelsey, so now she's a Chiefs fan. Like, it's just to be expected.
Absolutely. All right, so I was looking. I don't recognize any movies that she's been in. Well, except for the one movie that just came out this year. So, the one that she was in with Michael B. Jordan. But
Sinners.
yeah, and that was like the first time I ever was like, I knew of her, I should say. But it's okay. So I'm gonna go back to some goods because you were actually talking about this earlier. Frank Crumb, big man touchdown. And I loved his interview when he was like, shoot, I don't even think I scored a touchdown in backyard football. Like that was like,
I mean, it's not a position. I mean, you have to report as eligible,
mm-hmm.
and that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah, yep.
So he reported. What I love is that it's minors who lifts the guys up that score. When they're like this, it's always minors. And he managed to get Crumb up there so Crumb could have his moment. And Bo handed him his touchdown ball. So
I was wondering if he did that.
Yes. I mean, they showed it on the broadcast. He had the touchdown. Bo, he tossed it back to Bo. Bo let him go up. And then as he came down, Bo handed it right back to him. So, but that I was more impressed with, that minors got Crumb up to do the Titanic.
Yes.
Because Miner usually does it, like Mims and Harvey looks so tiny when he does it.
Right.
But you know why he caught the ball? Because he did the triangle.
Yep. Good old triangle.
So I have Crumb and Mims TDs.
Yep.
I did. And then, we were down our starting running back, our center, our safety, and we lost 2 of our 3 receivers in the first half. But it came down to a shootout, and we won the shootout.
We sure did.
Because of Frank Crumb and Marvin Mims. Because those were the names we were on the lookout for.
Oh, there was one name that, and it was a guy that actually redeemed himself, Lil Jordan Humphrey. I don't know if you listened to the broadcast, but so for those that have been listening to Romo's broadcasting, which I know this year he's kind of been I can't. Yeah, that's the perfect comparison.
He called Allen Mahomes on the broadcast.
He did. I do remember that. It was wow. But he was talking about this be like the perfect opportunity for Denver to be aggressive and go for an end zone for the touchdown. Sure enough, right as he called it, Bo Nix steps back, throws it in the end zone. Like, oh my gosh, are we really doing this? And Lil Jordan Humphrey, 2 steps ahead of the guy that was covering him, touchdown, made up for dropping his pass in the easy pass in the end zone. So, and I will throw one more good out there. The numbers didn't look like it, but Bo Nix, yes, he was 26 to 46, but he threw for almost 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yes,
979 yards, 3 TDs. Yeah.
So he had. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was like, all things considered, he went toe to toe with Josh Allen and came out on top.
I didn't think he had a bad game. The one interception, I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
And that, of course, is not what I said. Apparently, the
I think I know what you said.
Northern California had a series of little tiny earthquakes, just 2 point somethings.
Mhm.
And someone at almost at halftime texted and said, "Are you okay with all those earthquakes?" And I said, "Are you sure they're earthquakes, or is it me yelling at the Broncos?"
I mean,
I would like to see the time on that interception and one of them earthquakes.
bam. Oh, gosh.
I have another good.
Go for it.
Will Lutz, perfect game.
Oh, absolutely. Perfect game.
Thank you. Thank you, Will.
Thank you, Will.
Thank you, Will.
Love it. I think that's all I have.
Yeah, that's all I have too.
All right. So a near hour recap of the game because of how extensive and how excited we are because they won a playoff game.
Okay.
So before we get into around the NFL, we do have to talk about something that came to all of Broncos country attention that pretty much made the world stop for us. And that was Sean Payton comes to the podium for a second time. Everyone's like, what's going on? Like he never comes to the podium a second time. He comes to the podium to tell us that Bo Nix broke a bone in his ankle and that he is out for the remainder of the playoffs. I will tell you. What's that?
This season.
Oh, what did I say?
You said playoffs.
Okay.
But if we get to the Super Bowl, he's out for the Super Bowl too. He's out. He's out for the season. And I think that was his quote. He's done for the season.
Oh yeah, that was his quote. I know we didn't get to talk about it initially. We didn't talk about it until the next day. But I tell you, when I got that notification, I was looking at it and I was like, Adam Schefter, you better say psych right now. This better be one of these parodies. This better be a freaking joke. And I was like beside myself, like, no, this can't be real. This can't be real. This can't be real. Someone's effing with me. Someone's effing with me. And then I see Sean Payton's report and I'm like, oh, damn it. Like, really? Like, come on. This great, we won our first playoff game in a decade, all for it to come crashing down in 1 hour. 1 hour is all it took for us to come crashing back down to earth. The belief was that it happened on the play before the last defensive pass interference on Buffalo. Nix appeared to Winston Payne on the kneel down placement. With Nix outs, who shall start the AFC Championship game? One Jarrett Stidham, which will be his first game since 2023. And I will actually just realize that this comment was on here. Jarrett Stidham is getting a lot of lift up from Broncos country.
Amazing. We can support a quarterback. We can support a quarterback.
We can support a quarterback. And Dreamweaver, otherwise known as Jay, says it best here. We all live in Stiddy City, raising the roof at the Stiddy Party. Number 8's about to shock the world and become a Denver legend. I
agree, Jay. Yeah, so I had a gathering to go to Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
I mistakenly didn't get ready before the football game. Thinking I'll have plenty of time after the football game. And of course, so I'm the one that cursed us into going into overtime. So then, I'm texting people and go, oh, game went into overtime. I'm running about 15 minutes late. And they're like, yeah, we figured. People know me. And I walk in and they go, man, do you want the good news or the bad news first? Because I don't know where they think I came from.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't live far enough away that I would have missed the end of the game if I'm already that late. And I said, oh, I know, we won the game, but we lost our quarterback. And they're like, yeah, they're always shocked that I know. And but on the way to the gathering, and I had a friend in the car at the time, so she can confirm. Leo calls and I pick up the phone because that's my son, and what's happened. We just spent 4 hours on the phone watching the football game. What could you possibly have to say to me? And he goes, Bo Nix is hurt. He won't play. And I was like, no, he's not. And he's like, yes, he hurt his ankle. And now Leo thought it was on the roughing the passer play.
Yeah, that's what the general consensus was.
And I said, no. And he said, yeah. And like, it took a mile for me to accept what he was saying. He's like, Sean Payton just gave a press conference. And I'm like, no. And he's like, Ma. I'm like, you're joking. You're just trying to get me. I'm driving. I can't wreck the car. Like, and he's like, no, I'm being serious. Or it's over. The Bo Nix is hurt. He can't play. He's having surgery on Tuesday. What? So it took a mile before like my brain could process that he was hurt, and I still checked Twitter.
Yeah.
Once I got to the party, I was like, what? So, but there's a couple great storylines in here. Right? So the first one is the Pats are, of course, who drafted Stidham.
Yep.
And then didn't keep him. So Stidham revenge game in full effect.
Yep.
Second is the Raiders were going to sign Stidham. But Peyton came in with the big bucks and said, nah, I want you.
Actually, I think the Patriots were going to as well.
Yeah, and Peyton stepped up with the money because he wants Stidham. So Stidham has been with Sean Payton for 3 years. So he's not going to be confused by the playbook.
Right.
Sean Payton has a history of having really good backups that come in and win for him. He went 4-0 with 4 different quarterbacks. That one season that he just kept cycling through them. He went 5-0 when Bridgewater had to step in.
Yep.
And be his backup. So, he knows how to call a game when a backup's in. And he has admitted that he knows Stidham's strengths and he's going to call to Stidham's strengths. Number 3, like Nick Foles says, Patriots have issues with backup quarterbacks. So there are 3 reasons why Stidham is going to win that game.
And you know what the wildest I was going somewhere with this.
If Brock can beat a Tom Brady led Patriots, Stidham can beat a Drake May led Patriots.
Yes. There was a consensus too that everyone was like dogging on Bo Nix, like he's not that great. And then all of a sudden, like he gets hurt, like, oh, you guys aren't gonna win anything without Bo Nix. Pick a side.
That's what I mean. All season. Fraud. Bo Nix ain't it. Bo Nix ain't him. Fraud. Fluke. This ain't it. T-Bo Nix. They're calling him T-Bo Nix. Yeah. How are you going to call him a fraud and say that he can't win a game and it's all a fluke? And then the minute he out, say, oh, well, now your season's done. Y'all been chirping all season that he's our weak link.
It's kind of like that whole, they're moving the goalposts further still. And I swear, if I shouldn't have said that. If Denver finds some way to win these next 2 games, I want an apology from every single person.
We're not going to get one.
I know we're not going to get one,
We're not going to get one. We never got one after 2015, and TJ Ward called them on it and said, wait a minute, in its Super Bowl interview, said, wait a minute, you guys said we wouldn't beat the Steelers, we wouldn't beat the Patriots, we wouldn't beat the Panthers. Well, now we have. How do y'all still have jobs? We didn't get an apology 10 years ago. We're not going to get an apology now. We're not going to get an apology. They're going to change the narrative.
Yeah. I'm curious.
They're probably more upset because if the Patriots come in and pull off the upset, if the Patriots happen to take this game in Denver away, we have an excuse and go, well, we were out our starting quarterback.
Yeah.
But I have faith in Peyton and Stiddy.
It's a Stiddy party. It's a Stiddy party. It's a Stiddy party in Stiddy City. But with all that being said, I was looking at the timeline, and they said that Nick should be ready by training camp. That's my hope. That really should be the consensus that he'll be ready. Earliest I think he might be available is the end of OTAs. So it's not like an ACL thing towards the end of the season where the quarterback may not come back until halfway through the season. So before I forget, actually, because Bo Nix actually did release a statement today, and I want to read it because I think it's important that we are behind everybody. Or no, that didn't come out right. That we are supportive of every player. Why did I say it like that? I am so sorry. Give me 1 second. I gotta find. Oh, I don't have it. Darn it. Oh, you know what? Adam Schefter has it. We're gonna look that up. Okay, here we go. Oh, we go. Bo's message on Instagram. The last few days have been hard to put into words. What started as one of the most exciting games I've ever been a part of ended with some of the most devastating football news I've ever received. True, Bo Nix. Very true. We all can agree with that. This is not how I imagined my season would come to an end, but our season has been defined by overcoming adversity and responding to it. I can't express how much this team and organization mean to me and how much I believe in them. I couldn't be more proud of our guys. I couldn't be more confident in Jarrett, and I couldn't be more excited for what's ahead. Thank you for all the kind words, love, and support over the last few days. Thank you for my trainers, Bo, Vince, and Dr. Waldrop for taking great care of me. God never says oops, and he is always good. He has big plans for this team. We're not finished. As a matter of fact, we're just getting started. We're just going to keep climbing higher. And he ends with a Go Broncos.
Yeah, so.
Until the season ends, it's Stiddy Party in Stiddy City.
Let's go.
Now I'm going to ask you before we move on around the NFL. Are you going to join the Stiddy movement?
Of course.
All right. So I mean, your profile picture?
Probably.
And I think everyone.
I mean, in 2015, when everyone changed it to United, I did.
All right.
So it's not crazy. It's sports.
That's true. And I bet you everyone's like, why hasn't? Oh, should we change incomplete podcast to the City Party too?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, so there's our declaration for anyone who's watching, who actually there are 0 people watching right now, or who are going to listen to this later. By the end of this episode, all 3 of us, the Incomplete Podcast, myself, and Kelly, will change our names so we can become part of the City Party in City and support our backup quarterback. And Stidham actually did talk about it today in the press conference. He's like, I'm not on social media very much, but it's really cool that they're doing that. Broncos country does that. And the Patriot fans are so they are the funniest bunch. Like, this is like the cringiest thing ever. Like, we haven't won in 10 years. Let us have something. But it's the Patriots. It's Patriot fans. They think anything
What does it mean that we're changing our profile pic?
Yeah, they're mad
about
lies. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what. Oh, and then one Patriots fan changed it to like the City with the NBA Finals graphic. They made it they made theirs the Drake May with the NBA graphic. Like, dude, be original. Come on. Whatever.
Okay.
It's out of my hands. Let's go around the NFL in the meantime. We did have some teams that have some new coaches now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I only got coaches news.
You say you do or you don't?
I only have coach news.
Go for it. You take it then.
So the Falcons hired Kevin Stefanski.
Mm-hmm.
And Baker has taken that personally.
This is the Jordan meme, and I took that personally. Yes, he did. I was like, go get him, Baker. Now you get to play him twice a year.
That's what he said. I look forward to seeing you twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
So. I got John Harbaugh was hired by the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious how when the Bills fired McDermott, how disappointed he may have been that he missed out on the Bills job.
Him and Kevin Stefanski, both might have been like, oh, darn.
Well, I don't know that the Bills would hire Stefanski.
True. Very true.
And then, of course, the playoff game got Sean McDermott fired.
Mm-hmm.
After 9 years.
Yep.
The Bills owner, Pagula, stated that he saw Allen crying and all the other players looking listless and thought, where does the leadership of the team on the field and in the locker room? Where do we go from that moment? Another playoff failure? And decided that McDermott had to go. That McDermott was the problem.
That was crazy that he decided at that moment when he saw Josh Allen crying, and like the fact that he decided like after that game, yeah, he's gone. And
he walks right up to Allen and said, "That's a catch."
Yes, that I was like, "What? Are you serious right now?" And then I'm pretty sure the owner threw Keon Coleman under the bus too. Like, we didn't want to draft him, but the coaches are like, "Oh, we should draft this guy." I'm like, yeah, I would not be surprised if the offseason Keon Coleman requests a trade and at this state.
Yeah, when your owner comes out and says something like that. Again, Pagula's got enough money to own an NFL team. I don't know where his money came from, so I don't know what else he's into. But I would think as an NFL owner, you know what a catch is and you know what an interception is. Mm-hmm. So your decision making, I might find questionable.
Yeah. I also heard he also owns the Buffalo Sabres hockey team too. So he owns both Buffalo professional teams. And the Buffalo Sabres have been really bad over the past few years. Actually almost the past 25 years they've been bad.
Yeah.
So
So I will be interested to see who he hires and how quickly he starts going through coaches if none of the blame goes on Josh Allen.
a little bit on that is that there is, I won't say speculation, but one name to keep an eye on for Buffalo is Broncos quarterback coach Davis Webb. So take that as you will. The Dolphins hired Jeff Hafley. I will be honest with you, when they made that decision, I was like, who? No, and that's not me being an owl. I really was like, who? Like, okay, Dolphins, do your thing. The Titans hired Robert Saleh, which,
Oh, that's good.
yeah, that's a good hire for them.
I like Saleh.
The Saleh is really good. I hope
I thought he got ran out of New York a little too soon. I think
he
he got made the scapegoat.
Oh, he absolutely did.
So
And then there was one offensive coordinator addition. So Kelly, we're gonna go up against Mike McDaniel twice this season now, because he got hired as the Chargers offensive coordinator. So Mike McDaniel
I don't know if
and
that
Jared.
scares me.
Interesting.
Depends if he kicks his coke habit.
Oh gosh. Interesting.
So I don't know. Someone who comes out and says, to win, you have to score more points. It kind of makes them less scary.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is that how you win? You score more points than the other team, McDaniel? Great.
So I've been doing it wrong this whole time. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that memory. Thank you for that piece of information. I needed that.
Now, it's very possible that he's a coordinator that just doesn't make a head coach, Vance Joseph. And that he does better as a coordinator. Herbert hasn't really turned his corner either.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Allen get excuses made for them left and right. So we'll see. Harbaugh is a little more old school. Maybe he's hiring McDaniel to be a little more new school. We'll just have to see.
Yeah.
But I don't know. McDaniel's at the end there just seemed like he completely was lackluster, and
yeah,
almost like he didn't love football anymore. So we'll see.
Yeah. There is a little something that popped up just now. The Broncos Bills game had 51.3 million viewers in overtime, which makes it the most watched Saturday NFL playoff game ever.
Awesome.
Most
and
watched.
We won it.
Yep. It's the most watched Saturday telecast on any network since the 1994 Winter Olympics. We good. The other thing I want to talk about around the NFL, and we actually touched on base a little bit. The Rams and Rams and Bears. I don't know why I was trying to say Rams and Bills for a second there. The Rams and Bears game was, I think, the only other entertaining divisional game, because the other, Seahawks and 49ers was just a massacre from the start. And the Patriots and Texans was just a sloppy game. What was it? 8, 9 turnovers by the two teams alone?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel really bad for the Niner fans because I know what it's like from the very first snap to be losing to the Seahawks.
Don't want to think about it. Don't want to think about it. Don't want to think about it.
Yeah. So I feel, but again, they were down to what? Their third stringers?
You're mostly second, third stringers, yeah.
Yeah. So, I still think they have a bright future ahead. They get all their people back next year. I think they'll be a force to reckon with. It's a bad way to lose, to end the season, but there just comes a point where there's just no more people. There's just no more people on the team. You can't take another hurt.
Yeah, it kind of is painful in the fact that the 49ers, given how great their offense has been this season, even with the injuries and whatnot, they can only muster 9 points in their final 2 games.
Yeah. So, and I don't know what happened to CJ. Maybe CJ had other plans and he didn't want to go to the playoffs. Because for 2 weeks in a row, I just kept saying CJ just doesn't want the ball.
I think he had I think he had plans for at least the last full weekends in January. And and maybe he thought do I really want to play the Broncos again? No.
Yeah, I don't know. And I think some of the criticism he's getting when he goes, he wasted the best defense in the league, that's a little harsh on him.
Yeah.
He had a couple bad games. They just, came at the end of the year because it's when you can't have bad games. So,
yep.
Aikman did state a true fact that, CJ Stroud came out his rookie year and lit the world on fire, and everyone thought he was going to be a phenom, and he's been chasing that ever since.
Yep.
So I've been kind of waiting to see if the Texans make a change, but it doesn't look like they're gonna.
Like a head coach,
coordinator, quarterback coach, something. So I'm curious to see how next season goes, and if it doesn't go well, if CJ stays in Texas.
Yeah, I'm gonna see Texans offense
because this is his 3rd year, so he's nearing the end of that rookie contract.
Yeah. So Texans offensive coordinator is Nick Cali, and they actually did mention that they're gonna retain him as their offensive coordinator for next season. So Cali may be on a short leash next year too.
Yeah, you have to kind of find out what went wrong.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of tough, when you
with Stroud, it might be the concussions.
Could be.
So,
guess we'll see.
Yes.
And then the Rams and the Bears game was very entertaining. I will say though, because I feel a little bad for Adam Rank because he was really hoping for a Bears Broncos Super Bowl. The Rams kind of thwarted that, and I seriously.
Why? So we could be bored for the first 3 quarters?
That's what they said. Just so it can be a 3-0 game, and then the 4th quarter it'll be like a 38-35 final. I mean, that'd be the most entertaining 15 minutes ever.
That's just the hypocrisy of the media, because the Bears with their 9 come from behind wins, they weren't called frauds.
No.
The last sentence on Caleb was, he had a really good second year. He could be this franchise's best quarterback in history.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they can't say that about Bo Nix because we've had John Elway and Peyton Manning, but
Mm-hmm.
they could say something just as positive.
Right. Absolutely.
But it's just how they frame it.
Mhm.
Caleb had a great second season and is on to being great things and could be the best ever in Bears history. Bo Nix is a fraud.
And I'm fairly certain Bo Nix won 3 more games than Caleb Williams that year. Interesting.
Well, and Buffalo has won the most games in the last 6 seasons
Mhm.
and has a point differential of those games that's beyond. Well, Kansas City is third, but Josh Allen still can't win in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He's 0-6 in playoff games, in overtime games. He can't win in overtime.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Bo Nix is the fraud.
Got it.
Okay.
Remember that. I remember that.
We're all going to feel sorry for Josh Allen.
Let's feel sorry for these other. Well, yeah, really feel sorry for Josh Allen. He had the most perfect opportunity to win the Super Bowl this year. Well, the Broncos kind of prevented that because the Broncos probably looked at that and like, yeah, you may not have Lamar Jackson, you may not have Burrow, you may not have Mahomes, but we're here. We have just as much chance to get into the Super Bowl that you do.
I mean, I think the Chargers twice overlooked the Patriots.
Yep.
Or they overlooked the Texans and then they overlooked the Patriots. And I really think Buffalo bought into our competition is gone. We're good.
Yeah. Competition can come from anywhere, not just from well-known names.
They're all NFL teams.
Mm-hmm. And as you say,
and the NFL isn't college.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you're and hell, there have been teams that have rolled up into Bama and taken the $40,000 to kick their ass.
See here, Vanderbilt. Actually, no, Vanderbilt. Well, I don't think Vanderbilt was one, but Vanderbilt beat them. But I now it's clicking. It's clicking.
Yeah, they're going, and they paid us to be here.
I always find that funny that you pay them X amount of money and they beat you. I'm like, oh, we'll take the win and the extra money. Thank you.
Well, that system is set up, as messed up as it sounds, to get a smaller school and give them some money because they need it more to pay a coordinator or for equipment or to refurbish the stadium. Mm-hmm. So you give them a big payday with them knowing they're probably going to come get an ass whooping. But they're getting paid. And so, yeah, you're going to get, you're going to get some TV time. You can put something on film against Bama for your highlights. And the program's going to make some money.
Yeah.
So, but that one, I don't know who that guy is, but I'll never forget him sitting there on the sideline going, and they paid us. They paid us to be here.
They paid us to be here.
Sometimes, Josh Allen, you're Bama.
Yeah, sometimes.
You pay for your own ass whooping.
I think that's everything from around the NFL. So let's preview this game. We are going to the AFC Championship game. Yay us. Woo! one little note, since I did make stats on the since I put down, well, I didn't put down these stats. Since I talked about last week how we're like 10-6 in divisional games, and then all these other stats that popped up. Denver is 6-1 all time in home AFC Championship games. The only loss, which made me really sad as a Broncos fan, was the 2005 season against the Steelers. That's exactly how I felt after that game. So this week is a Stiddy party in Stiddy City. The team turns to Stidham, and the question is, can he get it done?
Yes. The
There you
answer
go.
is yes.
The answer is yes. The Broncos will be attempting to advance to their first Super Bowl since 2016. The Patriots will be attempting to advance their first Super Bowl since 2019. So that should kind of tell you where. Actually, I know where I was going with that. Patriots, you had your fun. Like it. I think you gave me something the other day about these teams that like 2 years ago they were like 3-14 or 4-13, and they made
We
this
were 5 and
progress.
12.
Yep,
The
and
Bears, us, the Patriots, the Texans.
like rebuilds don't have to take that long, and for New England and for Denver, 2 year. Well, for New England actually, they were 4-13 the past 2 seasons before this. So they really jumped up as far as their rebuild process is concerned. Denver has been like a steady incline. The Patriots has been like it was very down and then it sharply is shot up. And it makes me wonder, well, actually, it won't matter in this situation if it sharply comes down as well. But that's what I'm thinking. Broncos could get 2 key offensive players back. They did announce that Luke Wattenberg has returned off of injured reserve as of today. So Wednesday, if you're listening tomorrow. J.K. Dobbins' practice window is opened up. So if he can come back from injury and play in the AFC Championship game, I'm thinking Kelly's going to like that. The fact that we might have a running game for this game.
Oh my goodness, we need a running game.
Run the ball in January. We'll get you to February.
Yes.
Troy Franklin and Brian are hurt, but they did practice today on limited basis. So that'll be awesome if they both can play. But in the instance that one or neither can play, the Broncos did sign Brandon Johnson back to the practice squad. So that'll be interesting to see how that develops. Because he was our preseason darling this year, or was it last year? I think it was last year. And there just wasn't enough room to bring him in. But we have him back. And by virtue of the Bo Nix injury, we also brought back Ben DiNucci and signed him on the practice squad. I loved how DiNucci went on Twitter. It's like, I've got some time. I heard a team might need my assistance. So how about it, Broncos? Let's go to the Super Bowl. I'm like, all right, DiNucci. All right. My key matchup is going to be Drake May versus the Broncos pass rush. If we can sack Drake May, sorry, let me try again. If we can sack Drake May multiple times, I'm liking our chances. The X factors for me are going to be offense. Should be no brainer. Jared Stidham is our X factor. Defense, I'm going to try to pronounce it. Talanoa Hufanga.
Good job.
I think those guys are going to be our X factors because with Hunter Henry, and gosh, we know we do bad against tight ends. I think Hufanga is going to be on Hunter Henry quite a bit.
May doesn't target his tight end often.
Yeah, I was actually watching the preview. He had Hunter Henry. I think only had one catch in the divisional round.
Yes.
Sorry,
So that may be a saving grace.
Gosh, please let it be a saving grace. And then my last fun little fact is that both the AFC and NFC Championship games are going to be coached between Mike's and Sean's. Mike's versus Sean's. Got Mike McDonald versus Sean McVay in the NFC, and you have Mike Vrabel versus Sean Payton in the AFC. All right. So what are your thoughts?
I like what Peyton said. That's his personality. He's going to rip it. That will be our approach. He gets this calm demeanor that suits him. He played big games in college. Our two quarterbacks are the best of the 32 that's out there.
Yep.
That's why signing him was important.
Absolutely.
City will rise to the occasion. He has said he's good enough to be a starter in the league. He has accepted this position and help him, Bo. It's time to help him. He was at Auburn, and Bo was his backup.
He was at Auburn, and I think Bo was a high school recruit.
Okay. Drake May fumbled 4 times last week.
That's
he only lost 2. He had 1 interception last week. The Pats have struggled to score in their 2 playoff games. He only had 179 yards last week with short fields. His defense gave him short fields, and he still was struggling. He was 3 for 15 on 3rd down. He only had 1 trip to the red zone. He's not playing lights out ball. He doesn't take a lot of sacks though.
Yeah.
So Douglas Diggs, Booty, Stevenson, Henderson, May can run if it opens up. But Bo Nix, hasn't shot off fireworks either. On the year, he's got a sub 90 QBR. He only has a 56% pass rate. He's only averaging 6 yards per attempt. City can do that.
Oh, yeah. If we could get the Stiddy from when he had that great 2-game performance all those years back, I'll take it. So I think he threw for 300 yards in both games and had I want to say 4 or 5 touchdowns not 5 touchdowns and then another 5 touchdowns, but I think he had 5 or 6 total touchdowns in those 2 games. So if we can get that City, I'll be happy. And talking about the Drake May fumbling issue, I really do think if the pass rush can get to him, they hit him hard enough, that ball is coming out.
Plus, he's gonna get tired in Denver.
Yeah, this will be his first game in the state of Colorado. A little bit. I think I don't know if I mentioned it. Did I mention the history of the Patriots in the playoff? The Patriots in Denver in the playoffs.
No.
Okay. Oh, so I was talking to someone else. Okay, I was making sure I wasn't mixing up my conversations. The New England Patriots are 0-4 all time in Denver in the playoffs. And that was even before the Tom Brady era. The first loss came in the 1970. I want to say it was in 1972. No, it wasn't
Well,
72. 1987 divisional round, I think. And they lost to
this is
the. This is
my time to remind everybody that the first AFL football game ever was against the Boston Patriots and the Denver Broncos, and the Patriots lost that game. 1960.
1960.
So Patriots have a hard time in Denver.
No matter who is at quarterback, even though Brady lost 3 of those 4 games.
So I do believe we have a chance to win. I don't know that we will because it's playoff football. Anything can happen. I don't know who the refs are, so you don't know how they're going to call the game. So, but I believe we have a chance. This narrative that we just can't do it, I don't think is true. Right. Even if you tell me who the ref are, I don't have all their stats about how they throw flags and how many games they've played against Denver, how many times they've refed against Denver, and how those calls have gone. So
I did get some assistance. I got some assistance from it about it. So Alex Kemp is our ref. Your good friend who ended up being my good friend, and who helps run our fantasy league, Ben, gave me some stats. We only had Alex Kemp once this season. It was the first game of the season against the Titans, which we won. Patriots this year are 4-1 with him. Ben mentions he likes to throw holding penalties a lot. But Denver has actually won the last 3 games we had with him as ref, which was Tennessee this year, Carolina last year, Green Bay in 2023. The rumors Ben kept seeing is that Alex Kemp has a habit of favoring the betting favorite team. And then here's some this was from a tweet I saw from a Patriots fan. Based on available NFL officiating data and reports, here are the tendencies for referee Alex Kemp in games involving Mike Vrabel, specifically during his time coaching. Offensive holding focus. Reports have indicated that teams coached by Mike Vrabel have faced scrutiny regarding offensive holding penalties when Alex Kemp is the head referee. Alex Kemp's crews have historically tended to fall to the middle to high range regarding total penalties called, with a noticeable emphasis on line of scrimmage infractions. Under Mike Vrabel, teams have often been characterized by a hard work and discipline culture, which can conflict with crews that focus heavily on procedural or holding penalties, potentially leading to higher penalty counts in specific games.
Okay.
I think it'll be, and then Ben mentions, I think it'll be a largely be a good crew. I like that a Pats fan isn't happy about him. And he says, as long as he's not blind as Sheffers and Vinovich about holding, he'll be happy. So we'll see.
I will say some of that went both ways. But I think it was egregious. They missed the hold in the end zone.
Man, we would have had Bo Nix for this game if he had just called that. But the pass is the pass.
No, we're not sure when his ankle broke.
That's true. That I
mean, people keep saying that, and running on adrenaline. When he kneeled down, he kind of thought the game was over, and maybe that's when it caught up. I mean, it's the same. You hear people all the time. They ran 8 miles on a broken leg because their life was in danger. And adrenaline just lets them know that it was broken, and So I'm not really sure when it broke.
Right.
I'm sure it was on the last drive because he had to go sit down, but that I'm not going to put on the refs. I am going to put on the refs that the game should have been over before the controversial interception. So if you're mad about the controversial interception, it's a moot point anyway because the game should have been over before. So if there was bad repping, yes, because the play should have ended, the game should have ended on a safety.
It should have. It really should have.
But it also wasn't a catch.
Yes. It is not a catch. But it's going to hope for the best. Hoping for a good game. And we're hoping that we'll be right back here. Well, actually, I'm not sure how it would go because the Super Bowl would be 2 weeks from now. You know what? We're not even going to think about that. Let's focus on the game. And Kelly and I will discuss how we'll approach the whole thing.
Yes.
But I didn't want to leave without showing Stitty Party in City City. So we're gonna log off and go change our profile pictures. But before we do, I forgot to mention. Is there anything else that you would like to mention?
Nope, that's it.
All right. And on that note, before we go change our profile pictures, care to close this out?
Yes, as always, you can find me at I Live to Lead.
You can find me at TieFlyGuy15.
You can find us both at the same time.
At in_com_plete_2.
Because there's two of us. That is also our Instagram handle. If you look for us there, you can slide into all those DMs. They are open for song requests, challenge requests, or challenge flags, guest requests, questions, comments, concerns, or topic requests. We just ask that you be nice and stay clothed.
Absolutely. However, sliding in someone's DMs is not your thing.
Yeah. However, sliding in someone's DM is not your thing. You can email us at
in_com_plete@outlook.com. And I forgot to put the banner on today. So I was just so excited about this playoff victory. I know, but I just now put it up. The one that's scrolling on the bottom. We are always live on YouTube every Wednesday night during the season. 9:15 my time, 8:15 Central, 7:15 Mountain Time, which where most of you are from, and 6:15 Kelly time, which I do hear is the best time for sports.
I didn't miss any sleep after the national championship game.
Oh yeah, because it started at 4:30. See, that's it's my turn to migrate west. Let's just go migrate west here.
Go west, young man. Haven't you been told? California's full of women, whiskey, and gold.
But we do understand that it is a late time for most of you. Some of you maybe even eating dinner at this rate. If you're unable to catch us live, it's perfectly fine because we're always available once this is over. Or if you just prefer the audio version of our podcast, it's always available within 24 to 36 hours after we're done here. I've actually done a pretty good job doing to within like 12 hours, but I think since the game was Sunday, we'll probably get it up Thursday at some point. All I ask is that you leave a review. You give us 5 stars because I love 5 stars. 5 stars is the best. But I do understand there are times that we're not everyone's cup of tea. We are, though, however, can be. Mine's
shot
kind
of whiskey.
Mine's kind of a fake shot of whiskey. It'll be real soon, hopefully. All I do ask is that if you do leave a review, you tell us what you'd like to see because we love doing this podcast. I love doing this with my co-host and best friend. This has been a fun season. However, if you don't tell us what you would like to see changed, there's not much we can do for you. So it is what it is. On that note, let's hope for a great Stitty party in the Stitty City. This will be the last time I say that for this podcast episode, at least. And on that note, and until then, and until next time.
Great recovery, Bo Nix, and go Broncos.
Absolutely.